Give us a vote, Mr. Speaker. Give us a chance. Treat this House with the dignity it deserves so that we can represent.
History on the House floor. Minority Leader Nancy Pelosi delivers a record-setting address in the hopes of merely getting a promise of a vote on an immigration bill. Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us. I'm Larry Beal.
And I'm Kristen Z in for Ahmed Dates. Nancy Pelosi began speaking at exactly 7:04 Pacific time, and she finished 8 hours and 7 minutes later, just 50 minutes ago, the longest speech on the House floor in 170 years.
170, amazing. Pelosi used her right as minority leader to speak as long as she could or wanted to, very similar to a filibuster in the Senate. The San Francisco Democrat began by announcing her opposition to a broad 2-year budget agreement because it does not include protections for the Dreamers, young people brought to the U.S. illegally as children.
And to be true to our values is to respect the aspirations of people who are our future. Our young people are our future, and these Dreamers are part of that. I thank all of
Pelosi finally gave way at 3:10 this afternoon to the cheers of her Democratic colleagues.
Most of all, let us thank and acknowledge the Dreamers for their courage, their optimism, their hope, their inspiration to make America more American. Thank you, my colleagues.
At this point, House Speaker Paul Ryan has not signaled whether he will actually consider Pelosi's plea.
Congressman Mark DeSaulnier.
Congressman Mark DeSaulnier was sitting right behind Nancy Pelosi, as you were saying, early this morning and joins us live on the phone right now. Thanks for joining us, first of all. What do you think was accomplished with this speech?
Well, Larry, let me just politely correct. So what we're asking for is a vote. All we're asking for is a vote on a bipartisan bill, the same thing that Senator McConnell has guaranteed in the Senate. And the problem is that the Speaker Ryan will not allow a vote on these bills so that all of us can be held accountable. So it's about the Dreamers, but it's much more than that. It's about the rules of the House and why this House doesn't function. It's dysfunctional right now. So if what we're asking for is to go back to what was traditional regular order, the bill should have a vote so that everyone's held accountable in their positions. That's what we're asking for.
Well, what is next then if you do not get a vote?
Well, then the bill will come over from the Senate, and they should have enough votes to pass it. They play this game about being able to talk to different constituencies and say we care about people, but they don't want to be held accountable when they tell another group of people in their constituency that believes the narrative this is about something that it's not. So what we're asking for is a vote.
Well, the clock is ticking, of course, on DACA, of course, but the White House has said in recent days that that is not a high priority for deportation. So realistically, do you think there's still a lot of time to work with?
I think this would be very simple. I think if we did what Mr. McConnell has done in the past, and they'll do it again, that we'll have a debate and a vote. That's all we're asking for. And if they have the votes, then so be it. And then the Dreamers have to work within the system to try to change that vote. That's the way democracy works. That's what we're asking for is a vote.
Just one last question here on the speech itself by Nancy Pelosi. 8 hours and 7 minutes. She's 77 years old and did the speech in 4-inch heels. So, I mean, it's kind of amazing. Did you have any idea that this was going to take place like this and at this length?
No. So I was there for much of it. The House historian said that it was the longest floor speech in the history of the House of Representatives. So I think it was Nancy's finest hour. And it really was about the Dreamers, but it's more than that. It's really democracy and a functioning democracy. You have a vote, and then you go with the outcome. That's what we're asking for.
I mean, Congressman, it really speaks to her passion on this subject.
Well, but Larry, again, it's the passion for this group of people, but it's bigger than that. It's her passion for this House, the People's House, and that it should function transparently and open, and there should be a vote, and members should be held accountable for the votes. Either way, that's all we're asking for.
Mm-hmm. All right, Congressman DeSaulnier, thank you so much, and maybe you can buy Congresswoman Pelosi some nice hot tea. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. Phone. Thanks for asking me.
Yeah.
Well, the hashtag #GoNancyGo is trending on Twitter right now. San Mateo's own Zoe Lofgren and Oakland's Barbara Lee joined several other Bay Area representatives supporting Pelosi's attempt today. The GOP Twitter page took advantage of the trending hashtag, tweeting, "No, seriously, go, Nancy, go."